Hello and welcome to this review of AI StoryMate. AI StoryMate cost me 12 of my own dollars. I paid for this myself and I'm going to give an honest review. Let's get into it. So AI StoryMate is for creating short vertical video stories. You can see we're in the dashboard. We can create social stories. We can create something called web stories, or we can create voiceovers and graphics. And there's a few other things. However, you do need to upgrade. So if I want to create a web story, says I've got to upgrade. If I want to create a voiceover, says I've got to upgrade. And if I want to create AI graphics, guess what? I've got to upgrade. So if I want to upgrade for something like the AI image generator, it's going to cost me $37. So that $12 initial outlay isn't looking as compelling as it did before. So let's start by creating a social story. So we click on this and we get a variety of outputs we can go for. Now I only use YouTube, so I'm going to go for a YouTube story. Now we can create one manually, or we can create one with AI. Let's look at creating one manually and then we'll look at creating one with AI. So I need to give it a title. So I'm going to give it a title of Test 22 and I'm going to submit that. So this is all template based, so we can pick one of these templates. I like this one. So we get some slides loaded up and it seems we have 5 slides and we have this template. Now this template doesn't look like the one I picked, but there we are. So I've just uploaded my Big G logo and I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm going to put my Big G logo up here and I'm going to make my story about my Doodly beginners course, doodlylearntube.com. So I'm going to double click in here to put some text in. So I want to add another bit of text. In fact, I want to make that bigger. Now that doesn't seem to be doing much. I know I need to save as I go through. Otherwise I'll lose everything. Yeah, if I change the size, it doesn't really seem to do very much, which is incredibly annoying. So I want to add another bit of text. So I'm going to go to text here. And I want to get the same font as before. I'm going to click save because I'm worried I'll lose it. So this was Open Sans 40. And this is Open Sans 18 for some reason. So, clicked on something. These look different, but they're exactly the same. So these are exactly the same, but they look different. That's really odd. I'm not sure how to bin something. So I don't want this. I'll just select it again. This seems to be moving, which isn't good. So if I end up clicking on the background, I can't seem to get back to things above it. So I'm going to get rid of that. Need to put some text in here. For some reason this isn't working. So I can do some searches for images. I can look in pixels. So let's look for whiteboard. Let's search for that. Here we go. So if I get rid of this guy, put this in here, but move it backwards somehow. Well, that doesn't seem to be working. Maybe I can move things forwards. Oh, and it's disappeared again, which is really annoying. So we can add in a voiceover, which I'm going to do. But to add in the voiceover, I have to create the voiceover. I need to upgrade for that. So I can't add in a voiceover. I will add in an avatar, which is just people, so I'm not going to do that. I've got stickers, I've got an emoji. Let's put this in. There we go. And I can choose how long this slide is. I'm going to choose it to be 3 seconds. And I'm going to save all this before I lose it. There it is. I can add in AI content. So if I search for, I need to provide an API key, and I haven't done that. So I can't use any AI content. So this is going really well. I want to export it, but I can't. It doesn't seem to work. I'm not sure why that is. Do I have to go and edit all the slides? I don't know. So actually, I'm going to delete all the slides. So it's now one slide. So I think maybe if I interacted with every slide, it would be, I'd be able to export. So I've deleted the slides I don't need. So I'm going to click export. So I can export it without music, or I can choose music, or I can upload a file. Let's choose some music. Let's choose cinematic. And let's have it slightly low. I can preview it if I want. That sounds fantastic. So I'm going to choose that and export. So it's processing. So let's see what else I can do. So there's an image editor where I can upload an image and it looks like I can do some changes. There's a template library. So if I load this, then it looks like I might be able to make my own thumbnail. That looks good. So let's say I wanted to export that. Let's just download it. Yep, so that downloads and I can make my own thumbnail. That's quite a nice touch. So that image editor had opened in a different tab because it's actually Copymate. And that's odd because if I click on Copymate, I've got to upgrade to that. This 4,000 plus prompt, got to upgrade for that. I'm not going to look at upgrade or agency reseller. And here I can go and add an API key. So this only works with AI stuff. If you go and get an API key and add it to it, out of the box, you don't get any AI integration. So let's go back to our dashboard. So on our dashboard, we've got a demonstration. If we click here, we've got some training and you can look at how to do things here. But I'm going to go back to my creations because I'm going to go to my social stories. So my social story has finished being created and I've got the option of previewing, or I can download it, edit it, delete it, or share it. Now I have downloaded it and it doesn't work. It's not recognized by my computer, even though it's an MP4. If I go to view it, this happens. I get taken to a page, but the video doesn't load. And if I go to share it, I can't share it. So the only thing I can actually do once I've made this social story is delete it. So based on that and based on my experience of using it, I would say this is $12 that you should not spend on this product. It's not very good. Please don't waste your money. Thank you. Goodbye.